Hey guys, today I'm here with a big ol' haul, a few products that I picked up from the American drugstore, some that I picked up here on home turf at the Canadian drugstore, along with a few items from The Ordinary and Deciem, so let's get started. Kicking it off with a brand that is fairly new to American Walmart, which is Kokie Cosmetics, and this item caught my eye because it looks like another item that I really love. This is the Kokie Cosmetics Contour Palette. And when I looked at it, because they actually allowed you to like open it up and store it was protected, but does this not look exactly like the Kat Von D contour kit, which I absolutely love. And even if it's not exactly the same, it just looks like a really good contour kit. A lot of the contour products at the drugstore are kind of dicey, so this really enticed me. I believe it was about $12.99. I used it to set my face in contour today. If you'd like to see kind of like a try on of some of these new products, let me know down below, but so far this seems pretty good. And then I also picked up their Skin Perfect HD foundation. I haven't had a chance to try this yet because I kind of wanted to like keep it all in one place to make sure it all ended up in my haul video, but this is in the shade 80W. Also at Walmart, I picked up a few other items from Rimmel. I'm really excited. I reviewed this a while back, but the shade was so off for me. This is the Stay Matte foundation, which is a liquid mousse foundation in the shade Warm Beige. Rimmel really does not have a huge shade selection, and when I saw this display, again, this was in America, I'm not sure if they're going to be expanding to Canada yet or not, but it is definitely deeper than it was previously. So I think there was maybe 6 or 7 shades in the range. Now there looks to be around 12, which is really exciting. About time. So I will definitely do a review on that. And then I also picked up this powder. It is their Insta Matte Fix and Matte Translucent Powder, and I know a lot of people love their Stay Matte powder, which I did use a while ago. I haven't used in quite some time, so I thought I would do a review on the two of these guys together. From Hard Candy, I picked up a few items, and I did a trying out a new Hard Candy makeup earlier this year, which I will link to down below, but in it I used a corrector that I really liked, but it just was not deep enough for my skin tone, and you guys let me know that they actually have a huge range of color correctors. It may not be at all Walmart's, but like they have a bunch of different formats, be it creams, in a tube, in a pot, and then all different shades, so like light green, deep green, light orange, dark orange, which I was so excited to see. I think that's amazing coming from a drugstore brand. So this is the Hard Candy color corrector, and this is for medium to dark skin tones, and it actually is quite deep. So if you have a deep skin tone and you've been looking for something, because I know like MAC makes really good ones, Make Up Forever makes them, but there aren't a ton of super affordable color correctors for deep skin to my knowledge. So this seems like it is a really good range, so I'm excited to try that. As well as this guy, it is the Hard Candy Mix-In Drops Turn Me Matte. So I have the Cover FX drops, and I played around with those a little bit. I haven't really formed an opinion on them, so maybe I could put them head to head or do 2 separate videos and then compare them. Let me know how you'd like to see it in action, because if this is comparable, it is obviously going to be much more affordable, and in the summertime I definitely need all the help I can get staying matte. I have a few items that I forgot to include in my Ulta haul. They're from the brand Model's Own, which I don't have any experience with. So this is their Runway Matte Foundation. This one is in the shade 05 Honey Tan. I think it might have been the deepest one, but I'll do a review and go over all of that good stuff. And then I also picked up their Sculpt and Glow Matte Bronzing Powder in Deep Tan, and I'm actually wearing that today. I really like it. It has quite a powdery formula, but it's a really nice shade, matte, blendable, and I believe these were like buy one get one 50% off, but otherwise they were still quite affordable. So I'll have to do a review on these and kind of report back. But the Model's Own brand had a lot of really interesting stuff, nice contour kits, lipsticks, a lot. So if you have other suggestions from them, let me know down below. Not that easy for me to get my hands on, I don't think, but I can at least put it on my list. Also from Walmart and on my lips is the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Sassy, and when I saw this color I was like, oh baby, I need it. I had so much trouble. There's a huge range, and Maybelline actually sent me the rest of the range, so I will do a lip swatch video and review and a giveaway because I actually have a few extra, but these are such an interesting formula. I really have a little bit of trouble wearing colors that are super bold and glossy. I just don't always love the look, and I don't like it when they start slipping around. These, however, are like a thick gloss, but they're not sticky, but they have good wear time, but they also kind of go, I'm not going to say matte, but as it wears away, it still keeps a lot of its color and almost stains the lips, but it's not really a stain. Like, They're really interesting. I've never used anything like it before. They have a very wide shade range. There's like 4 or 5 kind of neutral shades. There's some pinks, reds, deep shades. There's like a blue teal, which I think is so cool. The packaging is gorgeous. So really excited to put some more of these to use. So keep your eyes peeled for that lip swatch video. Moving on to the drugstore. So these are items from CVS and Walgreens. I picked up a few items from Black Radiance. I always get requests to try it and it's just not available here in Canada, but I have tried a few things and liked it. So I thought I would pick up their True Complexion Contour Palette in medium to dark. This is actually quite deep, but I really do like the shades. I think they're super warm, and I think that the highlight looks amazing in here. Again, I haven't touched it, so we'll have to see. Then I also picked up their Rich Mahogany. This is a face powder, but it looked like it could be a really good contour. I'm gearing up to do another bronzers and contours for medium tan deep skin. I've done 2 of them in the past, so I will link to them down below if you're in the market, but I thought that this could act as a really nice kind of contour powder. It looked kind of deep. And then this blush, I'm wearing it on my cheeks today. It is in the shade Raspberry and it is gorgeous. The majority of the products that I have tried from Black Radiance have been their baked cheek products, and they're beautiful. Even if you don't have deep skin, I think they have a beautiful range of really vibrant colors, some beautiful bronzes. They can be used as blush toppers, bronzers, highlighters, and yeah, such a beautiful shade, and I think it'll be really nice on the eyes as well. And super affordable. I believe they're under the same family as Wet n Wild. Speaking of Wet n Wild, I picked up another one of their To Reflect shimmer palettes. I love the Boozy Brunch shade, or Hollywood something depending on when you bought it. This one is in the shade Sangria Castles, and the other one is so good. And again, I'm working on lots of videos, including a drugstore highlighter video, so I thought I would give this a go because the other one that I really like from Wet n Wild is quite gold, and I thought I would give this one a try and see because it has like a nice kind of bronzy, rosy tone to it, and it looks really beautiful. Also in the works, I'm giving away all my secrets, is an eyeshadows that work as great highlighters video, and this one came to mind. It looks so pretty. It is one of the Maybelline Mono Shadows in the Glow Down, and I mean, the name of it is just asking to be used as a highlighter. I haven't swatched it yet. Have I swatched it? Looks like I opened it. Maybe I swatched it after I bought it, but I haven't used it on my cheeks yet, so I'm still gathering ideas. I've got a few in mind, and not only are they cheaper a lot of the time than a face highlighter, it just kind of acts as double duty, and it's just nice to have more options, especially from the drugstore. And I picked up this Milani concealer that I have been eyeing. It is the Retouch and Erase Lifting Concealer. This one is in the shade Medium. I felt like the shade range was kind of weird. This is a little bit lighter than what I would have wanted, but the next shade up was quite a bit deeper. So I'm using this for the first time today. It seemed pretty nice, about medium coverage, didn't blend away, has a nice kind of thick creamy texture, but nothing too heavy. So I'll have to try it out a little bit more and let you know what I think. I bought so much stuff. I did not realize. Now that I'm picking through it, I'm like, oh my god, Samantha, what have I done? This is from Broadway Colors. It is a brand at Dollar Tree. I actually watched Emily Noel review a whole bunch of makeup from them recently, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not picking up more. But when I saw this palette, I knew I had to try it. I think it cost $2 or $3 American, so like $5 Canadian. But it is in the shade Metis, I think, but it has these what look to be really beautiful warm shades in there. I cannot remember exactly what she said about this palette. I think she liked it. I'm pretty sure she liked a lot from the line, including their cheek products and their lip products. I'll find her video and list it down below, but I will of course put this to use if you'd like to see it in a video or anything like that, because the way they look just kind of reminds me of the shades that are in the Queen of Hearts palette from Dose of Colors, which is amazing. So if this is anything like that, even like 50% like it, I'm gonna be impressed. Let's move back to Canada, and more specifically Toronto. I discovered a beauty supply store here called Clore Beauty. It's on Bloor Street West, I think, Bloor and Dufferin, and they have the most amazing selection of curly hair products. Shea Moisture, Diva Curl, Jessie's, this other African something brand in an orange package that I brought back from Curacao that I loved, but they also have a ton of LA Girl. So I'm wearing their Illuminating Foundation today. I think it's going to be an oily mess, but if you'd like to see an Oily Skin Diaries, I would gladly do that for you in the shade Bronze, which is actually a great color match. And then I paired it with their HD matte powder, which also seems really nice. Their complexion products, LA Girl, I'll give it up to them for sure. They have an amazing range in their powders, their foundations, their concealers. I actually picked up a concealer as well, just remembering this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal and this is the Orange Corrector. I almost forgot the most exciting part of my LA Girl haul. is this highlight. Is this not the most beautiful? It is their strobe light, and there's a sticker right over the color. Okay, I will put the link down below for exactly the color that this is, but this, I have been on the hunt for a non-traditional colored highlighter that's not going to look chalky on my skin, that's not going to just make me look like a tacky glittery mess. And I think this is it. I don't know if you can tell, but it has a beautiful pink reflect in it, but it's a warm pink. A lot of the duochromy interesting highlights are like blue, green, and they just don't pull well on my skin because my skin is so like yellow and golden that it just doesn't, like, I want something that's going to be interesting but not like, whoa, there's definitely something going on your face. So this to me is just beautiful. Again, they have a huge range of these. I mentioned another shade that I picked up in my Ulta haul not long ago, but this shade to me is so exciting and so unique. I actually have a repurchase in here, which doesn't happen super often, and of a concealer at that. This is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer, one of my favorite color correctors in the shade Deep. It definitely is a little bit of a drier formula. I still like it under my eyes. It's also great to spot conceal because it does have a little bit of a drier texture. It's not super creamy and gonna slip around when you correct and put foundation over it. I used up an entire one of these. I think it is so good. Whenever people ask me for color correctors, I always recommend this. I think it is so good. I picked up that color corrector from FTB Beauty, which I mentioned in my high-end haul, so I was talking about how I picked up some Sigma brushes, but they also have Real Techniques on that website. It's a Canadian website that's closing down. I will link to them down below. They were doing like 40 and 50% off if it's still available, but I got the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, a double of that because I really love that, and then I also picked up a Bold Metals because I love the Bold Metals. They're so beautiful. They're great quality, but they just look amazing too, and this is the Arced Powder Brush. I actually have another repurchase in here thanks to a subscriber. Thank you, Christine, if you're watching. But she messaged me on Instagram to let me know that a Shoppers Drug Mart here in Toronto had either mislabeled or was having a crazy sale on the Maybelline Dream Cushion, which is my favorite. It was on sale for $6.99, which is awesome because this is not like a cheap foundation in the way of a drugstore. Unfortunately, they only had my lighter shade, not my deeper shade, but I picked it up anyways. This one is 45 medium beige. This is like my dead of winter shade. Otherwise, I wear 50 or 55, I think it is. But I love this foundation. I've reviewed it. I think it's great for oily skin, beautiful skin-like coverage, really long wearing. It isn't like completely matte, but it just has such a nice finish, especially for summer if you don't want to wear anything heavy. It's easy. You can use the pad that comes in it. You can use a sponge. You can use a brush. I'm so impressed with this foundation and continue to recommend it. So thank you, Christine, for letting me know it was on sale. Joe Fresh is a Canadian brand available at Shoppers, and I picked up their matte primer, which I'm wearing today, and I had some people that really liked it, some people that really didn't, so I'm gonna have to test it out a little bit more, but my god, it is quite matte, quite gluey, which kind of gives me hope. We'll see. I'm wearing it with something really dewy today, so it's kind of hard to tell. And then more recently, like two or three days ago, I was there and they had a bunch of Joe Fresh on sale, so I thought I would pick up this bronzer. I've been eyeing it forever, and I really love Joe Fresh's products. There's only a few things I've tried that I've kind of been like, ugh, but for the rest, really good. This is the bronzer in the shade Sand, and then I also picked up a powder blush in the shade Hydrangea. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but these are also from that website, FTB Beauty, that I mentioned. They are Coastal Scents Hot Pots. I've heard amazing things about them, and these were on super sale. I think I paid like 50 cents each for them, but the shade names are so off. This is Neon Bright Pink, which is like not at all, and then this is Magenta, which is a deep lavender. So I really don't have shades like this, so fine, I will try and make some use out of them. Not really what I bargained for though. And finally, onto the brand that has taken the beauty community by storm. It is Deciem, or The Ordinary. And now that Estee Lauder has purchased the stake in the brand, I know a lot of people were upset about that, but they claim that things are going to stay the same, they're going to stay cruelty-free, but they're gonna have Estee's money, meaning no more like waiting a month and a half like I had to for this foundation, no more empty store shelves, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a good thing. But anyways, I got the Ordinary foundation, the serum foundation. I didn't get the coverage, and I waited so long for this, and it came in the wrong shade, or I got the wrong shade. It's 3.1Y. I think I should have gotten 3. So let me know if you'd like to see this. I might be able to pull it off now that I have a little bit more color. I'll gladly do an All These Skin Diaries, even if it is the wrong shade. And then I got this, which is, I believe, a primer. It's the Matte 12. It's supposed to help for a matte and pore-free finish. And more recently, I actually went into one of the stores here in Toronto to see if they had any more foundation, which they did not, but I thought I would pick up some of their skincare and try it, and it was so funny. The girl there was so incredibly sweet, so shout out to her. She was amazing, really, really helpful, a fellow beauty lover. We had a good makeup chat, but she was suggesting things. I was like, okay, like putting it all in my basket. I felt like a baller. My bill came to $30, like $30 Canadian, so to Americans, that's like probably $22 or $23, like so affordable. So I'm really intrigued to try it. I got the salicylic acid solution, 2% for blemish prone skin to use this as a spot treatment. I got the hyaluronic acid, which is basically a moisturizer. Hyaluronic acid is amazing for your skin. Then I also picked up the lactic acid with the hyaluronic acid in it as well. This is kind of like a peel. And then I also got the arbutin 2%, which is a serum. So all of those items, those 4 skincare items of beautiful pure ingredients for like $30. So impressed. So, and I know a lot of people have actually had really good results with it. So I'm really, really excited to try that. I'm going to stop rambling. I feel like I've been talking forever. Let me know down below if you would like to see further detailed reviews on singular products. If you'd like to see them all put to use in a video, I will gladly do that for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJeanYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!